Hey, welcome to another anime recap of none other than Aharen-san wa Hakarenai. Here, you will see an odd and unique friendship of a small and cute high school student Reina Aharen with her classmate Raida Matsuboshi. So, let's begin the story with Rado, who starts his first year of high school and struggles to fit in due to his typically unfriendly appearance. He tries to make friends with Reina Aharen, who sits beside him in class. Rado gets close to Aharen and begins to understand her even if her voice isn't audible. Aharen wins several toys from a game one day at an arcade, most of which he gives to Rado. As time passes, Aharen gets closer to Rado, even falling asleep on his lap after being fatigued from making lunch for him. At the same time, a girl is watching them suspiciously from a distance. Rado offers Aharen eye drops since she has something in her eye. Rado detects someone watching him, and the spy turns out to be Mitsuki Oshiro, Aharen's childhood friend. Aharen spends the day covering Rado's lower body from view when he doesn't recognize his open zipper as exposing his underpants. When Oshiro realizes Aharen hasn't returned home, she assumes she doesn't have an umbrella and attempts to secretly give her one, but she is caught and thanked by Aharen for her kindness. Rado challenges Aharen to a game of reversi, but after the bell rings, the game ends in a tie. Aharen arrives at school the next day with bedhead, and because Oshiro's family runs a hair salon, she gives her a haircut. When Aharen can't see the board because of the huge kid seated next to him, Rado helps her by simply moving her desk closer to his own. The teacher announces the seat shift, and Rado decides to thank Aharen for helping her in winning baseball and by cooking for her. He also assists her in filming them dancing together, believing she aspires to be a YouTube celebrity. They end up reallocated to their original seats next to each other on the seat-moving day. As the teacher Ms. Toberu has an obsession with classical romance, she observes Aharen and Rado being emotionally connected. Rado believes Aharen is demon-possessed when she begins acting oddly, but it turns out she is choking on food. Aharen and Rado learn hip-hop rapping and start conversing with one another until their mics are taken since they are prohibited at school. Rado's sister presents him with a fidget spinner, which Aharen becomes obsessed with. Rado discovers in the park that Aharen's spinner skills have made her famous with children while after getting tired, she summons her huge dog, Nui, who rides her back home. Aharen becomes obsessed with the game Hokko and uses a superior strategy to effortlessly defeat Rado. Aharen wins the stuffed creature in an arcade and presents it to Rado, who adds it to his collection. Rado puts on a lot of weight, and Aharen is concerned. However, Rado misunderstands and believes Aharen is concerned about her own weight, and while studying correct nutrition, he loses the weight overnight. Exams are approaching, so Rado seeks Aharen's assistance, and after studying together, Aharen hugs Rado, relieved that she has finally done something to help him. Rado finds out he finishes in the top 100 in the exam. Aharen and Rado learn to swim and play different sports. Despite their terrible game, they finish the game in a tie. Finally, they compete in an arcade shooting game, with Aharen emerging victorious. Aharen makes excuses for the restroom, but when she returns, she has problems winning toys. Rado believes she has abrupt amnesia or has been replaced by a clone because of her unusual behavior. The real Aharen comes unexpectedly, explaining that the new Aharen is actually her younger brother Ren, who pranked Rado. At home, it has been revealed that Ren likes dressing up as a girl. Aharen forgets her lunch and goes to the school cafeteria to fetch it, but her dog Nui shows up with her meal, which she exchanges for Rado's. Rado loses every game when Aharen and Rado play Old Maid. At the park, Futaba refuses to believe Aharen's huge lunch is only for one person and accuses her of attempting to seduce Akun with food. However, when she discovers Aharen's cooking is superior to her own, she begs Aharen for assistance in preparing a bento. With an art project due, Aharen creates a life-size doll of herself and presents it to Rado. Ms. Miyahira asks Toberu to lunch on the rooftop. However, they are soon joined by Rado, Aharen, and Oshiro. Toberu has difficulties restraining herself when she sees Oshiro's wish to sit near them. Ishikawa and Sat invite Aharen, Reito, and Oshiro to the summer festival the next day. Reito is confronted by Futaba after playing several games, who mistook him for her father. Later, Aharen and Reito together watch the fireworks. Reito chooses to rejoin the group and extends his hand to Aharen to take her there, which she accepts with a blush. Reito catches the flu and gets special care, but everything returns to normal once he recovers. Reito encounters Eru, Aharen's younger sister, at the market. Reito hands her the class printouts, intending for her to send them to Aharen, but she tells him to bring them to her since it will make her happy. Reito informs Aharen of how much her sister cares for her at her house. The next day, Reito runs into Ren and offers to help him shop at the store while Ren inquires if Aharen is his girlfriend. Aharen and Nui arrive shortly, and Aharen gets embarrassed when Reito addresses her by her first name. Ishikawa proposes to go camping with all his friends in the forest. At night, Ishikawa proposes to go on an adventure while intends to ditch Aharen and Reito to get them together. In their tent, Aharen tells Oshiro that she wishes to confess to Reito. Aharen meets with Reito outside, where she kisses him, but runs back to her tent embarrassed, leaving Reito speechless. In school, Ishikawa and Sato, after seeing Reito and Aharen act like usual, conclude nothing has happened between them. While walking home with Toberu, Miyahira sees Aharen and Reito and wonders has anything happened between them at camping. Reito is invited inside by Aharen, who has built a cafe out of snow. Reito follows Aharen to the nurse's office the next day, and as he falls asleep, Aharen moves in for a kiss, but the nurse interrupts them. Aharen meets Reito at the mall, where she informs him that her family will be hosting a New Year's dinner and invites him to join them. They run into Futaba and Akun after hanging around. As Reito seems so close to Aharen, Futaba inspects as they are dating. Oshiro has been missing for the entire time, and it is revealed that she is undergoing swordsman training in preparation for a challenge. In a flashback, Oshiro questioned Aharen if she and Reito were dating, but she denied it. Believing Reito had rejected Aharen, Oshiro challenged Reito to a battle in Reversi, where he exposes his confession to Aharen at the campground. Oshiro apologizes, and Aharen eventually tells Reito she likes him, and later they get embraced by Ishikawa and Sat. Aharen invites their friends to a tea gathering later in the year when they reflect on the upcoming second year. It all comes to a close with Reito and Aharen standing together with the feeling of happiness and comfort.